she moves. Right guys, welcome back to another video and another BMW review. Today we've got the R12 from BMW. Is it called the R12 9T now? I'm not sure, I don't know. This is the R9T replacement anyway, brand new. Few things are the same, few things are different. This one is obviously the option 719, which is a package, an optional extra package you can get, which is about, I think it's about £2,000, and that changes a lot of things. Like the frame is like bright cherry red. We have all this brushed aluminium tank. We have a single seat cowl here which you can remove and put a seat if you wish, and you have quite fancy things such as aluminium brake cover. Oh, bit dirty. And aluminium mirrors. Jazzes the bike up quite a bit. Not a cheap bike from BMW. It is around the £14,000 to £15,000 mark. It is cheap. It is more expensive than its competition. But that being said, it has quite a lot of gadgets, gizmos, fancy stuff on it. You can see it's got Brembos at the front. It's a BMW caliper on the rear. Bit of a dusty old girl. You can get a lot of options for this bike, like different exhausts, different wheels. Few different paint options, obviously, various different covers for the engine, and you know, the list goes on and on and on and on. This one has the standard wheels. You can get spoked wheels on the R12 9T option 719 R9T. This one doesn't have those, but they do look great. I have seen them. You can also get TFT dash instead of these analog style clocks. The forks on this fully adjustable front and rear. I believe these front forks are derived from the S1000RR, so you've got a sporty suspension setup if you wish. But yeah, I think it looks a great looking bike. I have ridden the Scrambler before. The review of that I'll put up in the top right hand now, so you can see that if you wish. So I'm going to have a little bit of a comparison to the Scrambler and the older R9T. Just to see what the difference is. I do roughly remember what it was like to ride, so should be interesting to get on this and see what it's like, and see if the small subtle changes they've made have improved the bike. Alright, let's start this thing up. Keyless bike as well. Forgot to mention that this is a keyless bike, and I want to show you the size of the key because it is rather large. This is the key, size of that, huge. It's a nice key, but it's a big key. Right, let's go. So the engine is the same as the previous R9T, 1170cc. This is nice. I like the switch gear. Let's fire it up. Keyless, you press the button here and then you just press the start button. Shakes into life. We've got it in dynamic mode. It's my favourite mode of riding most BMWs, to be honest. Big wing mirrors. They look alright. They remind me of Mickey Mouse's ears. Quick shifter on this bike as well. Quick shifter reminds me of the GS, where low down it's kind of like jerky. You have to actually be on it in order to get the best out of it, to be smooth. Hello sir. Has automatic headlights. One thing I do notice is the analog clocks. They do bounce around a lot. I don't really like it. I know that's probably on purpose. They bounce around, I'm guessing, to protect the instruments inside because they're analog and not digital, but it kind of annoys me. Has all the standard stuff you'd expect from BMW nowadays. 3 different ride modes. You've got dynamic, rain, road. I don't know if you can unlock any more than that. And obviously it has 2 little digital screens, one on each analog clock, which tells you various information such as gear selector, also mileage and various other stuff if you want to select it. Has cruise control as standard. You got the menus, toggles here, and all the same sort of stuff you usually get from BMW. I do like the option 719. It comes with lots of this fancy aluminium package, and the gear levers are quite nice. They're quite nicely CNC'd. As a looker, this bike looks great. Very good looking thing to ride. Ergonomically, very comfortable. The tank is, I believe, slightly thinner than the previous model. I don't know what they've done to the engine, or if they've done anything at all, but all my memory's just bad, but it feels like it's got so much more torque than the previous model. This has got 110 or 180 horsepower, and I believe it's got 80 foot-pound of torque, or 85 foot-pounds of torque. And when I'm riding this around, it's all about the torque. It's all about not revving the, you know, using the full rev range. It's all about that torque. That's what I'm enjoying and what I'm noticing. And the torque is silky. It's so silky. There's no fueling issues on this bike whatsoever. It's so nice. I can just poodle around in whatever gear I want, and it's always perfect. My hand to, how do I say this? The way I want it to rev and my hand coordination with the engine is just lovely. It knows exactly what I want to do. It's not spluttering, it's not twitchy. It's very nice. With regards to how it rides compared to the old one, the length, I don't know if this is a shorter bike than the R90 Scrambler that I rode previously, but it feels slightly shorter. It's nicer to ride, I think, smoother. That could be partly to do with the tyres and suspension upgrades, but it definitely feels nicer to ride, more friendly on the road than the Scrambler did. I know the Scrambler's like even more about style and it, you know, potentially taking it off-road a little bit, but yeah, this is way nicer to ride on the road. Lots of bikes out today, lots and lots. Do like this, the forks on this are lovely. Obviously with the option 719 you've got this big fancy aluminium tank, also a red frame, bright red. Stands out, this thing stands out a lot. Taking the seat cowl off and getting the seat out of this thing is actually a bit of an annoyance. You have to remove screws to get the seat off. I wish they'd make it a bit simpler than just like a key, like most other bikes. Just take a key to undo the seat. Bike has heated grips, 3 levels of heated grips. BMW obviously do their grips very well. The Mickey Mouse wing mirrors are good. I can see very well actually out of them. They are quite big and clumpy. I think a lot of people may change them, but functional, and they don't look too bad. I'd rather these than say the standard wing mirrors that go here. Right, let's test the torque out. 3rd gear torque. Oh, front brakes naughty. Didn't think my mate was going to follow me there, but he did. Yeah, the front brakes on this bike, Brembo's, obviously Brembo are pretty good. They are very good brakes, really powerful brakes. I'm not sure of the size of these, but just going off of the feel, they are really nice, really strong, more than you need for this bike, to be honest. And it's the same with the rear. The rear is a nice sharp, powerful brake. Quite happy with that as well. It's not too dissimilar to the Scrambler or the old R90. Where are you going? People still have no idea what to do on a roundabout. Like, if I quick shift at this speed, watch the jerkiness. See, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's quite a jerky motion. It's not smooth. For example, like my Yamaha MT10, it's not like a nice smooth transition from gear to gear, low down. You probably not want to bother using the quick shift at sort of low speeds. Use the clutch. Sounds good, this bike. Doesn't quite have the same bark as the old R90 Scrambler, but it sounds good. Oh, the torque. So torquey. I mean, it should be torquey for an 1170cc boxer engine, I suppose. Damn, it is. Lovely. The torque on it is great, and it's long. The gear ratios are nice and long when you're in like 5th, 6th, 4th. You can really use that torque, and it's nice. Very comfortable bike, actually. I don't know what the suspension settings are in. I've just jumped on it I'm not going to bother because I've only got it for a day, so I'm not going to fiddle around with suspension and mess up my friend's suspension settings. But for whatever settings it's on, it's quite nice. Nice and easy to adjust to if you did want to do it. What's going on in there? Quite nice though. I would definitely have the spoked wheels on this bike if I was to buy it, because they just look so much better than the whatever these ones are. I do like a boxer engine. They are silky smooth. So many cyclists today, everywhere. The torque curve on this bike must be so smooth. Whatever it is, the torque curve on a sheet, that is the torque curve that you want. It's just not brutal, but nice. I like it. This would be a lovely bike if you just want some B-road, if you're going down some B roads and you just want that torquiness just to get you, push you through. It's lovely. I'm really impressed with it so far, actually, I must say. The seat's actually not uncomfortable at all. I assume this is a standard seat, but it's nice and comfy. I'm not getting any bum ache or anything like that. It's quite soft, squidgy. It's a nice leatherette. Leatherette or leather? I'm just going to say leather. It's a nice leather. Oh, really does pull. I think this bike is mainly, a lot of people think it's mainly about looks with the R12 or the R12 9T, but it's not. It looks great and it's a great rider's bike. It's a great rider's bike. The bars are really nice and wide. It's super comfy. My feet are not in a really sporty position. I would say they're more in a comfortable sort of upright position. It's not a sporty buyer's bike. It's more of a just a comfy bike. Let's try out the cruise control. I feel like this button's never been used in its life. And there we go. Bosh. Right, we've got some nice twisties coming up, so let's see how it handles the twisties. It's no sports bike. From what I've ridden it already, it's not as planted as your average sporty naked or sports bike. It does feel a little bit jittery, but that could be in part due to the suspension settings, because I haven't done that, so I'll kind of have to let it off. Nice and torquey though, and apparently it's 220 kilos this bike, but it doesn't feel that heavy. It feels light. If someone was to say, what do you think this is? I'd be like, oh, 170, maybe 180, but it's 220 kilos, which is big. That's heavy. It's all in the engine, I guess. Don't pull out on me, please. Thank you. Oh, the torque is epic. I love it. This bike's sick. That front brake is strong. Really strong. Really good front brake, that. Dynamic's nice as well. The throttle control isn't, you know, you think when you put a bike into sport mode or dynamic in BMW's case, you think the throttle becomes a bit too twitchy. Like my MT10, it's horrendous when I put it into the sport mode, but on this it's so smooth, the throttle application, and it's lovely. Really nice. I always find the R12 and the R9Ts always a strange bike. I've never known what market, I've never known anyone that's actually bought one, but I know people that have them on loan just for a while, so I borrowed them. So I have to say thanks to Angus for lending me his bike. He's got this for a short time and has let me borrow it just to see what it's like. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess it's an urban sort of bike, but with the capabilities of B roads. Wow, something stinks bad along here. Oh, I'm stuck. We're all stuck behind one car. It's very typical. This is why Sunday drivers should be banned. People that can't drive anyway. But yeah, like if you've got a bit of extra change, you fancy a really stylish, cool looking bike, with a lot of torque and a lot of style, then this bike would be a good choice. I actually think I would choose this over its competition, even if it's more. I just like the style of it, and I love a Boxer engine. They're so good. But that's it for me, guys. It was just a quick short review of this BMW R129T. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.